Enough Act is first of its kind, governor-led investment initiative focused on the communities in Maryland that have the highest concentration of children living in poverty.
We've got an emergency, and we've got to learn to treat it as such.
Governor Moore understands that decades of disinvestment and systemic racism have limited economic mobility, and he is committed to working in partnership with communities to tackle those challenges.
When we said, let's really go after child poverty, let's really make Maryland the model about how we can deal with this issue once and for all, who's one of the first people I'll call? Jeff Canada. We needed to be able to identify and understand that best practices are already taking place around the country. That's why the work of the Harlem Children's Zone and the work of Jeff Canada became so important.
I know Wes. I've known him almost his entire life. He is doing what he really believes for real. I know where his heart is. His heart is about those children and those folks who just haven't gotten a fair shot in this country.
The governor says out loud pretty often that the work of the Harlem Children's Zone, led by Jeff Canada, was really the inspiration for his focus on poverty. He called us and said, hey, are we willing to help support his effort in the state? And we raised our hand and said, absolutely.
We're a technical assistance partner. How do we leverage the expertise that we've gained over a generation to provide valuable assistance on the ground here in Maryland?
Enough is the first in the country, essentially state-led, place-based investment strategy. That's saying, let the community determine what it is that they need. Let the state then provide those levels of supports, and not the other way around.
We will be providing funding to communities, helping them unlock federal grant opportunities, philanthropic grant opportunities.
The Enough Act is a historic piece of legislation. It calls for a multi-sector effort to actually do the kind of work that's going to be required, bringing together philanthropists, national funders, local funders, corporate funders, so that we can all work together and fulfill our roles. The Act elevates the level of commitment that we all have to demonstrate.
As the governor says, this is not just a program, it's a way of governing.
We know where these communities are, urban, rural, and suburban. What would it look like if their hopes and their dreams were actually met with a state that believed in them?
Elevate, our mission is to partner with schools, communities, and families to ensure that every student is prepared for high school, college, career, and life. Through our full-service community school strategy, we serve 22 schools and programs here in Baltimore City. It's making things easier for teachers to focus on what they're supposed to be doing, which is high-quality instruction. So it is working collaboratively with school leaders. It is coordinating partners, the after-school programs, case management services, and then it's also those survival services like food pantry that are a needed resource in the communities of concentrated poverty.
Elevate is really good. We play sports and do some fun activities.
Elevate makes me happy because I have fun.
I like the teachers. It makes me feel awesome to be here.
We're excited about the Enough grant opportunity. And I love the fact that there is an intentionality around systems change because community has the answer. And I love how Governor Moore has decided that that's important to acknowledge and name.
The Latin American Youth Center, it's an organization that's based out of DC that's been around for 50 years. And we grew out in 2005 to Maryland, Prince George's, and Montgomery counties. In Prince George's, we have 4 focus areas. We have housing that addresses transitional living. In education, we focus in our middle schools, after-school programming, college prep for our high school students. With the community wellness aspect, we do HIV testing. We also support a lot of our families with food distribution and diaper distribution. And our AmeriCorps program is a signature program.
Working here at AmeriCorps has changed my whole perspective on what I want to do in the future. Working with kids has brought a different view for me.
I'm here as an alumni and to talk to students about what life is after high school. LAYC has had a great effect on me. I used to not be that involved in high school. but then they redirected me. They helped me choose a college because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do.
Bestor Community of Hope is located in Hagerstown City, so Western Maryland, and we serve a small portion of the south end of the city. Today is our 9th annual South End Community Block Party. We have over 40 of our closest community partners. We operate an in-home family support services team to any family that lives here. We also do a lot of neighborhood improvement work. We see ourselves as a safety net for families. First and primarily, we are trying to connect them to other partners, and if there's a barrier to accessing that, we can stand up and say, hey, we can do that, we got that.
Bestor Community Hope, we have been working together for years. This is one of the best partnerships for any organization and agency in Hagerstown.
I love Bestor Community Hope. They got a lot of support system.
Bestor Community of Hope is a safe haven for families in this area. I am rebuilding my life for my children from the ground up pretty much, and they helped me immensely.
We were super excited about the Enough Act. We believe that this is really going to enhance pretty dramatically the work that we are doing. If families have what they need, kids have what they need, communities are stronger.
I am 100% convinced when the rest of this country finds out what Governor Moore is doing in Maryland, we're going to have other governors raising their hands and saying, I want to do the same for my state.
I just hope that every child in our state gets a chance to achieve their God-given destiny.
When I grow up, I want to be a policewoman.
I want to be a doctor.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
I want to be a cybersecurity analyst.
I just know I want to help as much as I can to anybody in need.
My dreams for him are to grow up happy and healthy.